Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome back to another video. And this is going to be a different style video compared to most of these conversational pieces. As you guys know, a majority of the ones that I do are usually, Halo themed. Now, as you guys can see, there are probably Halo gameplay playing right now, or some other game. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what order I'm going to put this in. But basically, a while back, I had a discussion with one of my good friends, True Scotch Guy. If you guys want to go check out his channel, it is right down in the description. He is a really great dude and does a lot of great content, so I really recommend you go and give him a chance. Now, a few weeks back, before Gears of War 4 came out, me and him had a discussion. We're like, I can't wait to play Gears of War 4. It's going to be a great game. Me and Matt are going to do a co-op playthrough, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. And he says, man, I'm not going to pick up the game. And I said, well, what's going on, buddy? And he says, well, it has microtransactions in it. I don't want to support the microtransactions. And, I can see his point. Definitely, I can see his point. Because, you picking up the game can say to the developer and the publisher, hey, it's okay, go do microtransactions. But to me, I'm like, well, you're not supporting the microtransactions unless you buy the microtransactions. And I refuse to buy the microtransactions in Gears of War 4, even though I don't think they're nearly as bad as what some other games have done microtransactions on. Now, yes, I'm totally against the whole idea of putting the characters in the microtransactions. That is one thing I'm really against. And you're probably like, well, why? Why are you against them? It's like every other game. It's a cosmetic. It doesn't really mean much. Well, in every other Gears game up until now, how you had to get the characters was by earning achievements or doing, secrets and stuff. Like some games, like Gears of War 2, you could unlock Kim and I don't know who else it was. I think it was Rom, by having certain achievements in Gears of War 1. It was really awesome that way because you got characters and it made it feel special. It made it feel like it was worth getting those achievements for. And that's the one thing I have against the microtransactions in Gears of War 4. Now, if it was just the skins for the guns and these boosts for Horde mode, I wouldn't really give a shit. To me, the Horde stuff, it's a cooperative mode. It's not competitive or, multiplayer versus mode. I'm not really going to worry about that. And, the XP boost stuff, it's really not a big deal. It's just like getting an double XP weekend sort of gimmick, whenever you get those in other games. But I was totally against the whole characters being in the microtransactions, and I have not purchased any of the Gears of War microtransactions, nor will I. But here's the discussion I wanted to have today. Don't let games that have microtransactions stop you from having fun. Now, what do I mean by that? I've seen so many people say, I don't want to play this game because it has microtransactions. But here's the thing. You don't have to invest in the microtransactions. You don't have to put money towards the microtransactions. I am not, supporting any microtransactions at the moment. I haven't supported microtransactions since probably the beginning of Halo 5, and then I stopped because it was stupid. And here's the thing that bugs me is that there's so many great games out there, like Gears of War 4, which has an excellent campaign, an excellent Horde mode, and which is much improved. I'm not going to lie about the Horde mode. It is so improved over the past games. You also have the excellent multiplayer that sticks to its roots compared to other games I know, aka Halo 5, aka Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, which both games, in my opinion, were, not great at all. But anyways, going back onto that, don't let it stop you from playing games you love. For example, Overwatch. Overwatch has microtransactions. Yes, you can earn the boxes by leveling up, just like you can earn, the cases in Gears of War by getting the gold or whatever in multiplayer. But the thing is that I could let it stop me from playing Overwatch. I love Overwatch. Overwatch is a great multiplayer game. Not so great on the competitive side because I've never had a great competitive experience with that game, but it's still a great game that actually is superior to its predecessors, which I consider kind of like as a better game than TF2. I know I'm gonna get buried in the comments for loving Overwatch over TF2, but honestly, I find Overwatch to be a much funner game than TF2, even though I love TF2. And the main thing is that it has microtransactions in it. I could let that affect me and make me never play it, and I would not have that experience. For God's sake, another game that I love, CSGO. CSGO, one of my favorite games that I play competitively with Insane Matt. I could let the microtransactions and the cases, get in the way of me enjoying the game, but I don't. It's a game I enjoy, and it breaks my heart to see people not going in and at least trying out a game or giving it a shot just because there's microtransactions on it. If you look at any game in the current gaming market, Madden, NBA 2K17, Overwatch, Gears of War 4, Halo 5, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops, Battlefield 1, which that was the game that me and him kind of had a discussion about, me and True Scottish Guy. We had this discussion about this, that, I said, Battlefield 1 has microtransactions. What makes that any different? And I never really got a response on it because it was during a live stream, and I might talk about that with him very soon, and try and talk to him and get his opinions on that. But the main thing is that every game nowadays that's a AAA title has microtransactions. And it's your choice whether you want to support the microtransactions or don't support them. I choose not to and just enjoy the game as it is. If the game is not fun by not using the microtransactions, then I'm just not going to play the game. But if you look at it honestly, Gears of War 4 is a great game. The multiplayer is a lot of fun, it sticks to its roots, and it hasn't been ruined by the microtransactions like some games have been, like Halo 5, who basically has a whole game type based around the microtransactions. Same with Halo Wars 2, if it is, completely honest, if that mode is based off of microtransactions, the Blitz mode, if it's based off microtransactions, it's going to be ruined just like Warzone was, and they aren't going to learn anything from their mistakes. But honestly, there's a lot of great games out there. Don't let microtransactions ruin your enjoyment of them. If you enjoy a game and you love a series, then enjoy that series. But if it has changed its core mechanics to the point where it's not even looking like the same game, and also they have microtransactions that truly affect the gameplay of the game, then I'm going to say don't do it. But I'm going to leave that up to you. It's your choice as the consumer whether you want to buy or not buy microtransactions. I choose not to, but I'm still going to enjoy the games I love. And I'm still going to play the hell out of Gears of War 4. I'm still going to enjoy Overwatch, even though, they're having a certain, exclusive case right now, which is the, the spooky case or the Halloween case or whatever it's called. And you can go and get exclusive skins that are available right now that won't ever be available again. Am I going to support that? No, I am not going to support that. Am I going to play the game and earn cases by leveling up? Yeah, but I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money on cases that I could just earn. That's the one thing, is no, I do not like the way Overwatch does their microtransaction system, but I'm just going to play the game and have fun. And if I miss a skin that comes out during a, time of the year, then whoop-de-freaking-do. Whoop-de-freaking-do. I probably missed some of the skins that came out during the whole Olympic Games thing. And you know what? I thought that was a stupid way to get people to, spend money really quick and have a boost in microtransactions by having these skins that are only exclusive during a certain amount of time. And here's the thing that bugs me. I've always hated, I'm going to say this to, point now. I have always hated games that have skins that you can, or stuff you can only get for a certain amount of time. One thing that's really frustrating to me is the emblems and stuff you can get in Overwatch for playing and being in the top 500 in the entire world on the game, but you have to be there at the end of the season. And I'm just like, there's no way I'm ever gonna get that. There's no way I can ever get that because I'm not that great. And saying that I can only get during this season sucks because I'm never going to be able to get it again. And that's the kind of thing I hate, is whenever certain things are locked off from someone and they can never, ever, 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 ever get that again. And it's so frustrating to me. It's a frustrating thing when it comes to Overwatch. Now, let's talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and why that game, I don't like its microtransaction system, because it takes guns guns that people want, like, oh, the MP40, which I remember I finally got my hands on through luck, that I got it with the coins that you get, or whatever it is, for not the COD points, because the COD points is what you buy, but the credits or whatever that you earn by playing the game. You can get a case, and I got it, and I got the MP40. Now, that's stupid to me. That's stupid. That's a gun that everyone wants, and you put it in a freaking microtransaction. You put weapons in a microtransaction. That's stupid to me. That's really, really stupid. Locking away that kind of content from your users and making them pay a fee to be able to get it. That's a dumb way to do your game, and that's why I've never liked the microtransactions in Black Ops 3. Halo 5, you know, it's really just... You guys know my problems with Halo 5. You know everyone's problems in the Halo community's problem with Halo 5. The microtransactions are stupid. It's basically a whole game type around spending money when it comes to Warzone. And no one likes that. No one likes it. No one's having fun with Halo 5's Warzone mode because it's just microtransaction city. And I'm not going to support that. Honestly, I don't really care about, you know, Warzone mode. I did originally because I thought it was going to be a fun mode, but it turned out to be boring to me. It just really isn't that great, and the microtransactions were part of the problem. Honestly, if they had done it a lot different, it would be a much better result, but obviously they didn't, and there's no way to go back on that. Now you got the Blitz mode in Halo Wars 2 coming up, and that's going to be another problem. Because the way that they promote it, like I mentioned in the video, is it looks like it's going to be all microtransactions. And, you know, there's someone named Beware the Flood, who a couple of months ago, you know, made a video complaining about Halo hashtags. And I was going to make a video on the dude, but I decided against it because a lot of my friends told me not to do it. And I decided, nah, I'm not going to rip this guy a new asshole. But you know what? Beware the Flood. If you're watching this video, I don't care if you are or you aren't. But here's a new Halo hashtag for you. Johnson is not your whore. Just think about that when it comes to that video that I talked about. You know, Johnson is not your whore. Hashtag Johnson is not your whore. I want to see that down in the comments below. Thank you guys very much. But that is one thing that I really, really care about, is I love Halo Wars 2. I'm looking forward to the game being released, but I'm not going to let the microtransactions ruin my enjoyment of the game. I'm going to just enjoy the campaign with Combat MJ. He's already convinced I'm buying it. I'm going to enjoy the multiplayer just like I did with Halo Wars 1, which I'm still enjoying. I actually went back recently. I've been playing it non-stop. I've been streaming it every so often on YouTube, as you guys may know if you catch me on a late night whenever I'm bored and tired, or when Matt is super late and he bitches at me to play freaking Halo Wars 2 and I don't feel like it, but he then whines and cries and says, please, I'm bored. And I'm like, fine, I'll play Halo Wars 2, you know, go fuck yourself. But basically, I'll sit there and I'll play Halo Wars 2, and I'm having a great time. And you know, I'm looking forward to Halo Wars 2. I'm looking forward to the story, which is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to the multiplayer, which is hopefully great. I've played the beta. I thought the beta was great, and it's a combination of Halo 3's art styles as well as some of the newer art styles. So it's going to be probably a really good game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm not going to let the microtransactions ruin it for me. Battlefield 1, another great example, a game that I've been playing recently. Not the best at, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to leave that to, you know, True Scotch Guy to enjoy that game more than me, because he basically tends, you could tell he loves that game. He's having a blast with it from what I'm to understand. And, you know, he does a lot of great content over there. Like I said, go check out his channel. But the thing for me is that, you know, to me, it was a much better choice to buy that game over buying Infinite Warfare, because it sticks to the boots on the ground combat, which I like, and that's the kind of combat I want whenever it comes to a, you know, realistic shooter compared to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is basically Black Ops 3 2.0. It's literally the same old shit as Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 made a change, but it wasn't a good change, and basically now Infinite Warfare is going down that same route. Now, just to say this, there are microtransactions for Battlefield 1. I'm not gonna spend money on the microtransactions. I like the game, but I refuse to buy the microtransactions, and that's my choice. It's not gonna let me ruin the game for myself, because to me the game is great and I want to enjoy the game, but I refuse to invest in those microtransactions and let it ruin it for me. I'm going to enjoy the game. If there was issues with the game, which, you know, every so often there is with any game on this list I've had issues with. I'm not going to lie. Gears of War 4, I had some issues right now with the community. Right now the community is very small because people are afraid to buy the PC port. That's the port I'm mostly playing on. I don't know how the Xbox port is currently when it comes to community, but it's pretty lackluster on the PC. When it comes to Overwatch, their competitive system is completely broken, and it half the time doesn't make sense because right now we've literally had balancing issues since day one of the competitive, and it's not fun for me. CSGO, which I believe I mentioned earlier. CSGO, you know, the Valve doesn't listen to their community. We've been bitching for months about issues when it comes to hitboxes and connectivity issues, yet they haven't really fixed it, and they've been focusing on fucking sprays. That's another one. Call of Duty. Do I really have to say more on that? Like, we've been bitching for years about that game. Halo 5. Changed way too much of the game to the point where I don't even recognize it. It looks more like its own IP, as Falvin would say. It looks more like it could be its own game instead of being Halo, because Halo to me was, hey, I could use basically certain guns to be precision weapons, while other guns I have to always shoot from the hip. Now every weapon's a precision weapon. You can shoot across the map with a fucking assault rifle for all you care. And then you got games like friggin' Gears of War 4, Battlefield 1, which, you know, I like the game. The campaign still is lackluster in my opinion, and it really didn't really get me anywhere, and it was fun, I guess, maybe, I don't know. So, okay guys, I've gone on long enough about this. I've been talking for about 17 minutes, but all I gotta say, guys, is I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do understand my point of view, go ahead and leave a like on it. If you dislike it and you think I'm an asshole and I'm annoying, you know, go ahead and leave a dislike. I will accept that fate. And if you have any of your own opinions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. And also remember the hashtag just to piss off that one dude. Hashtag Johnson is not your whore. Again, Johnson is not your whore. Please leave that down in the comments below with your comment, because hey, you know, Halo hashtags, we should you know, do what you want with hashtags, man. I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect me, and I haven't seen anyone else get freaking triggered by a hashtag. So anyways guys, thank you guys for watching, and as always, GamerJlee signing out.